This is day 30 of 30 of me yapping about life. But first, let's take a look at the highlights. Now, I think is comparison. But yeah, that's actually how it went. So about a month ago, I decided to actually commit to this video thing for once. I filmed every day for 30 days, took one day off a week, but I would say that I've learned 3 major things from this challenge thing. So the first couple of days of this challenge, it was pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It would take me about like an hour or something just to set up, and then I would redo the intro and all that. But I found myself around like day 6 or 7 starting to become more confident in myself. I think if you've ever tried to talk in front of a camera, I mean with anything, like even just a birthday greeting, you get in front of a camera and you don't know what to say. On day 30, I'm still having trouble with that, but what I'm finding is to be confident in yourself. At the beginning, you have these high expectations for yourself, like do this thing and it's going to be like this, but you realize that when you start something new, you don't know anything. And I think having confidence in your own humility is what allows yourself to be open to the lessons that you have to learn, and in turn makes you perform better, and it makes it more authentic, especially when it comes to the social media thing. Which leads me to my second lesson. Be more myself. The question is, what is yourself? And I think when you have a camera in front of you, you assume somebody's going to be watching this, and you assume that a lot of people are going to be watching this. And I think that whenever we have some eyes watching us, we start to act as a certain character in which we think will please them. And it started to have me think, like, how am I acting in front of camera? But also, how am I acting in front of my friends? My question to you is, how are you acting in front of your friends? Is that really the true you? And I find with myself is that I wanted to be this like, oh my God, yapping about life kind of person when it comes to camera, but I find that that's not really me. And yes, there are some times that I do get energetic, but I think deep down inside, I'm still like a cringy sad boy. Yeah, I'm still that. But I noticed once I started to be authentic to my true self, then my videos started to do better. That leads me to my third point. I think if you're going to do a challenge like this or start filming yourself, you have to do it for yourself, especially with social media. When it comes to putting yourself out there, basically think you're gonna throw yourself onto a stage, and a lot of those people aren't going to be happy with your work. A lot of them are going to walk away because it just doesn't suit them. When you're in a room full of people, you're not going to be friends with everybody. You're gonna find people who have the same taste as you. You're gonna find people who have different tastes as you. But in the end, you find the people that you really like and that really like you. And I think that's the big part about all this, is that it's not about the numbers or the followers. And it's so easy to get caught up into that. But it's about creating new connections and seeing where you'll go in life. I think that's the biggest part about this for me. And I have to keep reminding myself is that I'm really doing this to see what doors are open to me. I'm asking and I'm knocking, and hopefully one day the door will open. But when it comes to the success of all this, the worldly success of all of this, that's secondary. And I think that if you're going to do something like this, if you do it for others, you're going to be burnt out at some point. You're really going to put yourself in a box where you have to people please. But rather, if you're authentic to your true self and you're confident in your true self, then you're gonna have a lot of fun with this. And that's really what I'm learning now, because I still haven't learned it in 30 days. Finding yourself and being confident isn't something you're going to do in one challenge or in a week. It's something that takes a lifetime to learn. I'm sure you've probably heard the saying, when I was young, I would think about what everybody else thinks, but something blah, 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 blah. When you're old, I realized they never cared in the first place. And I think we have to remind ourselves, and we have to take that wisdom from the people that were here before us and remind ourselves that they really don't care. And even if they were to say something that would hurt your feelings, your calling is too important. So I encourage you to try this, because it's not easy. It's really not. Oh my God, there's so many days where I go dread filming. I wake up, I'm like, oh, I gotta do this again. And it becomes a lot of fun. It becomes really relieving for your soul to talk to a camera or to talk to somebody about what you're going through, and it helps you reflect and get through the emotions that you're feeling. And just try it 5 minutes a day. Do it for 10 days. And you'll find that on day 10, you're like, oh, how am I spitting out these words? Like when I started in day 1, I had to film it 5 times and I was like, And actually, that's really how my first video sounded. So Austin, what are you gonna do from now on? I'm probably just gonna keep doing it. I mean, it's day 30 of 30, but I have to keep doing it. I'm too far deep and I need to get out of my parents' house. So I'm gonna do YouTube. Yeah, that's a great idea, Austin. Anyways, hope this helps. Go out there, create something, touch some grass. Don't be a little. Bye.